Everybody, Car Ray Rob, I'm Ray.
I'm Rob.
Today we have to give you this APB News special report.
Has DC Studios hit the death spiral?
Alright Rob, so, coming off news late last week, or maybe mid last week, but Aquaman's getting pushed back just a couple of months, and Aquaman probably feels like it's still in decent shape.
Sure.
James Wan's in charge. They actually released some test footage of Aquaman underwater, kind of looked cool, but they have to get pushed back. They're getting delayed, so things are a little bit more complicated than they anticipated. And that's like the bright side of DC right now, that they're only pushing the movie back 2 months.
Yeah, there's been a lot of bad news coming out. I mean, we've done multiple videos about the Batman and Matt Reeves, and Matt Reeves has officially taken the helm, which is the good news, but his schedule is so tight right now with War for the Planet of the Apes that they can't even start pre-production until the fall, which means that they're not even really starting physical production until 2018, which means, hopefully, which means that release date is out the window, out the window. So we're looking at least 2019 right now. Yeah,
and they're doing a page one rewrite of the script.
Yeah, supposedly they were happy with it.
Yeah, supposedly they were happy. Ben goes to rehab, comes out, they're not happy anymore. Start over. So apparently, maybe DC liked it, but Matt Reeves thought it was rubbish.
Yeah, it's hard to tell right now. I haven't seen whose decision that was per se, Matt Reeves or DC Studios, but either way, it does not bode well.
Yeah, and Joe Manganiello, I think actually just a couple days ago came out and said he doesn't know if he's in the movie anymore. He was really back in the Batman, this is it's going, it's fine. Now he's like, I don't know what's going on. I might be out.
Yeah. So
because he was cast to play Deathstroke. They released that test footage. Yeah. And now it looks like he's well, if they're doing page one rewrite, I might be donezo.
Yeah, well, Deathstroke is no longer the villain in the Batman. Now it is the Death Spiral. Well, I mean, as of right now, there's been no change in Wonder Woman. It's really kind of their steady ship right now.
Yeah.
And, it could be good, and it could be a really great thing for them. Then you've got Justice League, which, I don't know about you, but I have zero faith in Snyder. I think he's... The likelihood of him screwing that up is pretty high. So we'll see how that is. But, best case scenario, say both of them are good.
Yeah.
Then what? 2018.
2018 they have a big gap in their schedule. So even if they get some momentum going with these next two movies, which like we said, I'm not too sure about. Wonder Woman looks okay. Looks to me like they played it safe.
Yeah.
I don't know if they really took any chances with that.
Sure.
So I don't know if it's going to leave a mark. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping it's not going to be bad, but I don't know if it's going to leave a mark. Justice League's going to have Zack Snyder's fingerprints on it. I'm hoping they somehow pulled the reins a little.
Yeah.
Jeff Johns had a little bit more control because supposedly now with Wonder Woman we're going to the Jeff Johns era, not the Zack Snyder era of DC. But
error. And now they're talking about rushing another project to try to get it in there.
Yeah, they're
this late.
They're going to want to fill that. Aquaman's December 2018. They're going to want something around May, in May or June to be in a movie. They've had 5 choices that they've talked about. They've talked about Suicide Squad 2.
Which they had rushed the first one, and why that's the recipe for disaster for 2. That's
everything that went wrong with the first one, from what people have said, is because they rushed it. They didn't have enough time, and if you get a guy like Mel Gibson, he's not going to let you rush it.
No, I don't think so.
That probably won't happen. It's not a good thing if it does. Gotham City Sirens, which is the Harley Quinn spin-off movie.
Yeah.
I could see that possibly. I could see them. They've announced this movie a while ago. So if they started writing it then, and it's moved along, I could see that being a smaller scale movie where maybe time-wise it could get done.
Yeah, that's the best case. That's the best case scenario for them on that. Is if they shrink the scope. Keep it, and it could actually make the movie better.
Sure.
Really, because that sometimes, and I think we saw this
especially with Batman vs Superman. Like that.
Yeah, we saw this with Batman vs Superman. Even with Suicide Squad. I think the scope of the movie is kind of what killed it a little bit.
Yeah.
And if they kind of shrunk it down a little bit, especially with a character like Harley Quinn, I think. Delve more into her psyche. I think,
and Joker.
Show
me something that you took away from me from the cuts from Suicide Squad.
Right. That you could end up with something pretty interesting.
The only thing with that movie, though, is that David Ayer is directing that movie, and David Ayer is the one who got bamboozled with Suicide Squad, forced to do it too fast. I can't see him making that mistake again. I feel like he would put his foot down if he didn't feel the movie was ready. Yeah. He's not going to let you rush him into 2 movies because he got so much flack from a lot of people about Suicide Squad. They've talked about The Flash, but The Flash has been through... Flash has been in shambles for...
It's been in development hell for
2.5 years now. Yeah. I mean, they've lost 2 directors.
Yep.
They've had outlines and scripts that they said they liked, but now they're doing page 1 rewrites. They don't have a director right now.
Yeah.
Flash is even further behind than the Batman is, so there's no way I see that working.
Yeah.
They've talked about Justice League Dark. That's another movie that's been like rumored for like years with Guillermo del Toro, like supposedly having scripts and his ideas, but he's not attached anymore. So I don't know how that would work either. And Green Lantern.
Oh yeah.
You know, pushing that that had a 2020 release date to trying to rush it now.
No, that's a kiss of death on that.
There's some rumors that there's going to be a Green Lantern Corps cameo in Justice League, so maybe trying to spike off that, but no. That's going to be a movie that's going to have to take place in space. Tons of CGI. There's no way you'll get that done.
Yeah, not in enough time, no.
So they're in trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think... The Sirens is the only movie I could think of them being able to rush to... They would even have a chance of being good. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, rushing anything is not good. So no. I think, really, at this point, you're right, they're in trouble.
But then after that, you know, they're... Man of Steel 2, supposedly getting Matthew Vaughn on tap.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, they've got a string of getting decent directors right now.
But they got to keep them, though. They can initially get them, but they can't keep them.
Right, and I think that's really the problem right now with DC and this, what we're talking about, the Death Spiral. I mean, you know, you're wearing your Marvel t-shirt. You want to know why you're wearing your Marvel t-shirt? Because they know what they're doing right now. You know, they've got their well-oiled machine, and, you know, some people may even, you know, beg to say maybe Marvel's just working off better source material.
Yeah,
you know, I mean,
it's possible.
I think some DC characters are hard to connect with.
Actually, I think the interesting stories can be with like Aquaman, something that's untapped. There's a royalty thing there that maybe Black Panther's going to beat them to the punch with.
Yeah, at this rate,
kings of whatever.
Yeah.
So you know, I don't know if that'll feel different. The Flash is just killing it on TV. I feel like they're just draining the source material for what they can do in the movie. I feel like that's part of their struggles there.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you've got a Green Lantern that has a bad stigma around him.
Yeah.
So their characters are just they're tough right now.
Yeah, they've had a few false starts. I think that's their big another one of their big hurdles is getting over those false starts. Like you said, you know, Ryan Reynolds or Green Lantern, that kind of, you know, I think has killed the momentum of that character.
Well, they're always playing catch up to Marvel because, you know, they wanted to announce their big slate of movies, like Marvel announced their big slate of movies, but they didn't have the directors yet, and they just didn't have the background of executing their movies yet to make sure they could get it done. Like just pushing back Aquaman 2 months shows you that they didn't schedule it right, and they couldn't schedule it right. They just don't have. They're just not in that rhythm yet to get these done.
No, you know, they don't. At this point, Marvel has a really great scaffolding. They've got a really great system in place. They're able to hit their deadlines for the most part. Sure. You know what I mean? Obviously, they still have their hiccups. Every studio does. There's no way around that. But
Ant-Man had hiccups, big hiccups.
Absolutely. But at the same rate, it's not every movie.
Right.
You know, you're not logging onto the internet every week and seeing, oh, this movie's going to page 1 rewrite. Oh, this movie's getting pushed back. Oh, this movie's lost their director. I mean, it's like one thing after another with all of these projects, and you know, you can get no momentum doing.
So let's tap the brakes a little bit here. They're in a death spiral. That's our point.
Yep.
If they were going to come out of it, what this and this has to happen. How does that happen?
Well, number one is get past Zack Snyder. Let it go. Let Zack Snyder go.
Let that vision go.
Yeah. I mean, he's already on Justice League. Obviously, there's no getting around that. We'll see what kind of a disaster.
Supposedly, they made him change a lot, though. So we'll see.
If they put the reins on him and kind of said, okay, you're doing this, all right, fine. But after that, you're done. I mean, I felt they were going to do that after Batman vs. Superman.
Well, they kind of did. I mean, they stopped Justice League 2. They were going to do 2 movies back to back, and they said, no, we're just going to do this one, and we'll get to Justice League 2 when we get to it.
Yeah.
Which maybe is a good thing.
Yeah. Well, and then they have to figure out how to keep their directors. And maybe number 1 will help number 2. Because that's the other thing. You know, you're getting these talented guys coming in saying, okay, we're going to do this, but for some reason they won't stick around. Why is that?
Yeah.
You got to get those guys to stick. Patience.
That's what they need going forward.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they've had that. You know, like, I feel like they announced this huge movie slate that they have no ability right now to keep up with.
Yeah.
You know? And there's, even something I forgot, there's the Shazam movie, which now has spread into a Black Adam movie that with The Rock. Like, The Rock is starring as Black Adam. Like,
I don't know much about
they're trying to fill new stuff in that, I'm like, you can't even get off the ground what you want to get off the ground. But you're still playing other projects with other people.
It's like they're just throwing whatever they can at the wall. They're panicking.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And that's why we're saying the death spiral, because they're panicking. And, if we can't even get the Batman off the ground. Right. I mean, of all of these franchises, of all of these characters, the one character the DC will always have, that will always make money, the tentpole, is Batman. And if you cannot get that movie off the ground right now,
you might as well go. Stop trying anything else.
You might as well go.
Give all your minds to get that to work, and then go from there.
Yeah. The problem, they're chasing Marvel. Marvel's 300, 400 yards down the road, in a Ferrari, top speed going. And DC is running, I've got, wait,
Taxi.
You may have Justice League,
Yeah.
And at this point, they need to kind of, even add number 4 on, what they need to do, and that's stop trying to chase Marvel. And that's kind of part of number 3, because I think that's part of their patience issue, but they really need to stop trying to chase Marvel and just do stuff on their own timeline and say, okay, we're going to do this right, we're going to do this in a proper manner, so that 4, 5, 6 years down the road, we are where Marvel is. Funny, I mean, granted, okay, and that's kind of the other side of this coin with DC. We're talking about how they're kind of in a death spiral, but it's almost, in some ways, they're in a death spiral creatively. I mean, Suicide Squad killed at the box office, but it is a terrible movie, and that's the thing. And
a lot of people don't think so, but I think when you see the editing, if you really look at the editing, and especially if you know about the stories that they were trying to get out.
Yeah.
It's
Batman vs Superman, terrible movie.
Made a lot of money.
Yeah, made a lot of money. So, it's kind of interesting. We are talking about this death spiral, but but I do think that some of the stuff that's happening right now could affect the box office for them. It really could. And if you keep having these flops, even if you are making money, eventually people are going to get smart and they're going to stop going to your movies, unless it's Batman, because that'll always make money. But you can't even get that movie made. All right, everybody, we're worried about DC. Are you? We want to hear about that in the comments below. What can they do to dig themselves out of this death spiral?
Also, hit the like and subscribe button so you can catch our next video.
Until then, this is Car Ray Rob.
I'm Ray.
I'm Rob.
And it's like, how much more bleak could this be?
The answer's none. None more bleak.